Welcome back, children. This is Vedagopal sir. We completed the A reading in the previous class. Now we are going to discuss a poem there in B reading, Preteen Pretext. Preteen Pretext. Unless and otherwise we understand the meaning of these two words, preteen and pretext, this poem cannot be understood easily. Okay, let us see their meanings first. Preteen is a boy or girl between 9 and 12 years of age. Pretext. What is pretext? A pretended reason for doing something that is used to hide the real reason. So, a preteen is a boy or a girl who is between 9 and 12 years of age. From 13 to 19, we call them teenagers. Okay? And a pretext is a pretended reason, not real reason. A pretended reason means a false reason for doing something that is used to hide the real reason. When you try to give some reason for doing something that is used to hide the real reason, it is called a pretext. On the pretext of getting some information, I made her a call last night. Means it was not the real reason. To hide the real reason, we give some other reason there when we are asked for the reason for it. That is what is called a pretext. Nowadays, it is very common among the children, present generation of people. To hide the real reason, we give some other reason to hide that. So, that pretended reason for doing something that is used to hide the real reason is called the pretext. And between 9 and 12 years of age, and of course the younger generation nowadays, everybody uses this pretext. On the pretext of, generally you say, Mommy, I am going to my friend's house to complete a project. But actually it is not the real reason. You say that actually you are going to play with your friend there at her house or in the ground, but you carry some books with you to show that pretended reason to hide the real reason. The real reason is to play, go and play there. But you tell your parents that you are going there to complete a project or homework. So, generally when people preteen and pretext, this is about the mania of cell phones nowadays. How cell phone is affecting the children, students, youngsters, elders, everybody alike. It has become a household name in everybody's hand. When you go out, when you go to a hospital, when you go to a market, wherever you go, you find people with a cell phone. When you are traveling by a train or a bus, they are not bothered what is happening there around. They are bothered with the phone there in their hands, a cell phone. So, a funny poem here written by Linda Ann Nickerson. Written by Linda Ann Nickerson. What is the funny thing about that? Let us see. First I am going to read out the poem, children, and afterwards we go to the explanation. My teeny bopper has a phone. She really never is alone. It beeps and jitters day and night, emitting tiny bluish light. Her ringtone is the latest rage. As other preteens text and page, one-liner messages appear that makes her grin from ear to ear. The latest crisis, who likes whom? The rock star with the best perfume. Such weight matters cause her thrill and elevate our monthly bill. And yet, the silver lining glows, for we have never come to blows. I never have to raise my voice because I have a high-tech choice. If school assignments pile sky high, I exhale with a weighty sigh, like every modern mom who cares. I simply telephone upstairs. When chores demand her energies, I simply text her asking, please. No alibis or missing word because it's clear that she has heard. And if my daughter goes outside to visit friends both far and wide, her curfew is easy to enforce with her new cellular resource. This beeping tether holds her close while helping her feel grandiose. If separation ever occurs, my speed dial links my heart to hers. Our handy cell phones help us out. Convenient, easy, with no doubt. Yes, certainly they have their place. But can't we talk once face to face? See the last line. Can't we talk once face to face? At least one time, can't we talk face to face with each other? A mother is expressing her regrets, her feelings rather, about her daughter who is fully preoccupied with usage of cellular phone. And the mother is expressing her regrets, her feelings. Can't we talk once face to face? Of course, nowadays it has become a fashion. One will be sitting there in the ground floor in a sofa, the girl or a boy will be sitting there in the upstairs in his room or her room, and they start, mother and daughter or father and son or mother and son, they start calling each other or texting messages to each other. Even though they are in the same house, one in the ground floor, another one in the first floor. As you can see there in the picture, the mother is calling her daughter there who is sitting there in the upper floor, because the girl is busy by keeping the earphones or headphones and dancing like this, listening to the tunes there. So my teeny bopper has a phone. Who is called a bopper generally? Teeny means I told you already. Teeny means a person who is between 13 and 19 years of age. Why? Because 13 to 19, we get the 4 letters TEEN at the end. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, my teeny bopper means a pop music dancer. Generally, nowadays you find many students, children, my teeny bopper has a phone. A bopper, a teeny person means a person who is between 13 and 19 years of age. Bopper is generally a person, a boy or a girl who dances to the true tune of pop music. So we can say a pop music dancer, bopper means. And she has a phone. She really never is alone. Who is not alone there? The girl. The teeny bopper has never been alone because she has a phone. It beeps and jitters day and night. It goes on beeping. And jitters means makes everybody nervous. Jittering means what? Making nervous. Day and night. Emitting tiny bluish light. Emitting means sending out. Generally, when it starts beeping, or there is a call, or there is a message, or any other thing, automatically it starts emitting some light indicating that there is something there in that. Tiny bluish light, small, tiny means small, bluish light, it will be emitting, it will be sending out. Day and night, it beeps and jitters. Her ringtone is the latest rage. Her ringtone is the latest rage. Rage means what? A very popular thing. The latest sensation, we can say. Her ringtone is the latest sensation. As the other preteens text and page. Other preteens means what? Other children who are between 12 and 19 years of age, 9 and 12 years of age. They start texting and paging. Means texting the messages or paging the messages. One-liner messages appear that make her grin from ear to ear. When she opens those messages and start reading them, her grin means she starts smiling broadly from ear to ear. Means when you smile broadly, automatically the lip reaches almost the ear there. Like this. So what is called that make her grin from ear to ear. Whenever one-line messages appear there, sent by other preteens, text messages, or if they send page messages, when she sees them, that makes her grin from ear to ear. Smile broadly. Grin means what? Smile broadly. The latest crisis. What are actually the messages or pages that the preteens will be sending? The latest crisis. Who likes whom? The rock star with the best perfume. These are not at all important matters, but she considered them as important matters because her friends, other preteens, start sending text messages, pages. The latest crisis, what is happening, the latest information, latest crisis, latest problems. Who likes whom? The rock star with the best perfume. Such weight matters cause her thrill. Weight matters means important matters. Actually, they are not important matters. Which kind of perfume is used by which film star or rock star is not nobody's use there. Even if you know it, it's nothing about that. But children are more interested in these things only. Such important matters cause her thrill. She starts feeling thrill, excitement when she gets such messages from other preteens. And when such matters cause her thrill, in that way our monthly bill will get elevated. Means our monthly bill will be raised to a higher level. Why? She starts spending the time there on the phone on all such unimportant matters which she thinks as important. And yet the silver lining glows. But there is still a silver lining there. It means there is still a positive thing about it. Silver lining means a positive thing or positive happening here. For we have never come to blows. Because we have never come to blows means we have never fought with each other physically. Why? I never have to raise my voice. When I raise my voice, she may raise her voice. Then we may have to come to blows. So the silver lining glows. There is a positive thing about the phone there. We have never come to blows means we have never fought with each other. I never have to raise my voice because I have a high-tech choice now. I need not raise my voice to call her because I have a high-tech choice. What is that high-tech choice? Cell phone. Simply give a call or just send a small message. Please come down. That's enough. That means mother need not shout at her voice. She did not raise her voice and then come to blows with her daughter because she has a high-tech choice now. If school assignments pile sky high, pile means what? Laying things one over the other, one on top of the other. So generally sometimes you see, you keep books one over the other. It becomes like this. That is called a pile. Piling up means what? Keeping or laying things one on top of the other. If school assignments or school works or homeworks pile sky high, means they become more and more. I exhale with a weighty sigh. Here weighty means serious. Exhale means what? Breathe out. Means I sigh. I exhale with a weighty sigh. Sigh means what? Letting out a deep breath in sorrow or in worry or in disappointment or you are being upset. Then generally your parents say, you let out a deep breath when you do not do the work given by your parents. Immediately they start sighing. I exhale with a weighty sigh. I breathe out with a heavy sigh, serious sigh, like every modern mom who cares. Like every modern mom who cares, we also feel worried about why does the mother sigh here? Because her daughters or her children's homeworks are piling high and high. She is not doing that. Instead of that, she is spending the total time there in the sun with cell phone only. So, just like any other modern mom who cares, this mother also is worried very about that particular thing, her studies. So, if school assignments pile sky high, what does she do? I simply telephone upstairs because she will be sitting there upstairs, the girl, with her phone. This mother simply calls her on phone instead of calling her using her voice. When chores demand her energies, when daily works, chores means what? Daily routine tasks, routine works that are to be done there at home, when they require her energies or her help, what does the mother do there? I simply text her, asking, please. Only one word she would text her daughter there in the upstairs. Please means, please come down. I need your help in the routine task today. Like that. I send a message there. No alibis are missing word. Alibis means excuses. Means giving some false reasons. No alibis are missing word. Why? She cannot say that she has not heard. Sometimes what we do, even if our mother or father asks us to do something, when we are busy watching TV or playing with a cell phone, we pretend or act as if we have not heard them. But here it is not there, no alibis. You cannot give such an excuse because you are sitting with a phone with its screen open, on. So the moment you get the message, automatically you read that message there on the spot. So you cannot give an excuse or alibis or any missing word because it's clear that she has heard. She has heard, that's clear because the phone is there in her hand, it is on. So the moment I text a message to her, automatically she reads it. And if my daughter goes outside to visit friends both far and wide, her curfew is easy to enforce with her new cellular resource. Suppose my daughter goes outside to visit friends, both far and wide, far away from places also. Her curfew is easy to enforce, means what's the meaning of curfew? When a curfew is imposed there in a particular place, that means people are not allowed to move freely in groups, or people are not allowed to talk loudly, or express their opinions, or shout. So she can easily impose her curfew. Enforce means impose, because she can keep that cellular phone in mute, so that she cannot hear even somebody calls her also. That means it's like a curfew. Everything is silent there. Curfew means when there is a curfew there, everything becomes silent. So when she visits her friends far and wide, her curfew is easy to enforce with her new cellular resource. She has a cellular resource now, so she can easily enforce or impose her curfew by putting it on silent mode. Means even if somebody calls also, she does not hear. Means she will not feel disturbed there. This beeping tether holds her close. Generally, tether is a rope that is used for tying an animal. Nowadays, you see people tie their cell phone around their neck using a thread. You know that? This beeping tether holds her close while helping her feel grandiose. Means what is close to that woman, that girl there, beeping tether. That just like an animal is tied to a pole with a thread, with a rope, this girl is tied with a rope called a tether. What is that rope? What is that tether there? Cell phone. And she feels grandiose. She feels as if she is very great, as if she has planned something very grand. Like that she feels. Because that beeping tether holds her close. That means that beeping tether always is with her only. She is tied with the tether to the cell phone. If separation ever occurs, my speed dial links my heart to hers. If at all there is a separation ever occurs, means if she goes out far and wide and she does not lift the phone when I call her, or if she does not respond if I send a text message to her, my speed dial links my heart to hers. My speed dial automatically links my heart to hers. I start feeling nervous. See, because of that girl's nature of using more and more cell phone, not responding to the calls, not listening, not receiving the messages, not responding to the messages, that makes speed dial links my heart to hers. If at all there is separation occurs, my heart starts beating so fast. Like with a speed dial button, you can call any person there, because you can use speed dial buttons there in a cellular phone, where by clicking just one number, that call reaches to the other person. Our handy cell phones help us out, no doubt about that. Handy means what? Useful. And handy cell phones help us out in different ways. They are convenient to carry. They are easy to use, with no doubt. Without any doubt, the cell phones are very useful for us. They help us out in different ways. They are convenient to carry, easy to perform, easy to operate. Yes, certainly they have their place. Without any doubt that we can say now that the cellular phone has a place in everybody's world now. No doubt about that. Without a cell phone, you cannot imagine present day world. Yes, of course. Yes, certainly they have their place. Means cell phones have their place, their own importance. Their place means here cell phones have their own importance. But can't we talk once face to face? At least once can't we talk face to face? Cell phones are important, yes. They have their own importance in the present day world, in everybody's life. But can't we talk face to face once? Means what? She is trying to express her feelings that because of cellular phones, human relationships are becoming short-lived, are becoming very bad. Almost human relations are becoming zero. People are busy with their cell phones. Whatever happens to the other members there in the family, they are not bothered. They play, they go on playing on cell phones. Okay, children, this is the poem, but with a message to everybody, particularly children like you, who spend most of the time with the cell phones, not responding to the parents' calls, not responding to anything of like emergency. And of course, then everybody feels, can't we talk face to face at least once in lifetime? Every mother, every person feels the same thing nowadays. Think about that. Okay, with that we come to the end of the poem. Then let us go to the comprehension now. Who do you think is the speaker of the lines? The speaker of the lines you can easily understand. A mother. Maybe the poet herself, she might have felt that experience. Question number 2. What attitude of the speaker is conveyed to the last two lines of the first stanza? First stanza, it beeps and jitters day and night, emitting tiny bluish light. Last two lines. What attitude of the speaker is conveyed? Means the speaker is very much worried and feeling nervous every time there a bluish light appears there on the screen, because she knows that automatically her daughter is still there with the phone in her hands. Question number 3. In what ways are the cell phones useful for us according to the poem? According to the poem, of course. Not in general, I am asking there. The question is not asked in general. Cell phones, how are they useful according to the poem there? According to the poem, mother and daughter need not come to blows because she has a high-tech choice. She can send a message to her daughter. When there is a homework pending there, the mother simply tells telephones upstairs. When courts demand her energies, the mother sends her a message asking please. Without any doubt that she would look at the message. And it is easy to enforce curfew with her new cellular phone. That beeping tether holds her close, and if at all separation occurs, that speed dial links my heart to hers. Cell phones are very much important. They help us out in different ways, very useful, very convenient to carry, very easy to operate. In these ways, cell phones are useful. According to the poem, fourth question, what does the last line of the poem convey to us? The last line of the poem, you see, what is that last line of the poem? But can't we talk once, face to face? Means parents are nowadays very much eager to spend talking with their children, but the children are busy with their cell phones. So that expresses the degeneration of relationships among the family members because of the advent or introduction of cellular phone. Okay, children, forget about using more and more cell phones, spend more time with your books or with your parents, talking to them face to face instead of spending on cell phone. Okay, with that we come to the end of the poem. In the next class we will be discussing C reading. Yes.